Hey everyone, this is PrinceWatercress, and welcome back to Let's Play Cheesy for PS1. We have just went down that sewer grate that is behind Cheesy, and we fought a spider and got a fern frond. Before that, we had to do a minecart section that was instant death if we touched anything or did anything wrong. And before we could get on the minecart, we did some sewer surfing, where we died instantly if we touched anything or did anything wrong. I'm starting to believe this game does not like me. Also, we got the fern frond because it's part of a teleport spell we learned about in part 1, which should hopefully help Cheesy escape from this castle. But we are going to have to explore if we want to find more things, and to do that we're going to have to go into this fireplace. Welcome to Stage 3, where your platforming skills are going to be put to the test. Like, this is nasty. This is really nasty. First things first, try to grab as many pieces of cheese as you can. I've noticed that when you collect 100 during a practice run that you don't get an extra life. You actually have to pick those up on your own. So what I'm guessing the 100 pieces of cheese do is increase the maximum amount of health you can have. Because when I practiced through the stage, I found out I could have as many as 8 hearts. So maybe that's what dictates how much health you can have. I also want to go to the left real quick because I want to believe that this will lead to some health, maybe? I could be wrong. Anyway, you got fireballs and flaming skulls. They both kind of, well, the fireballs just move on the ledges, but the flaming skulls just fly through the air. You're going to have to jump and shoot every time you leave a platform, so that way you don't get hit by something that you don't want to be hit by. You also have the fire raising up from below. You also have some rising fire, kind of like Mickey Mania. And here, I believe you want to take a running jump to the left. A little leap of faith here, of sorts. Oh, and did I forget to mention that some of the platforms move in and out? Because some of the platforms move in and out, and that's also very, very irritating. Especially given the fact that you just have to tap the control pad left or right a couple times and instant momentum. I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to go there. Maybe you're supposed to go right after all? Way to take a dumb turn there. And the one time I want to look up or down, I can't do it! Oh, that's right, you have to leap left from there to get to the checkpoint. This is absolutely stupid. If this game wasn't so zoomed out, I'd be able to see some of the things that I'd like to be able to see. Nevertheless, these quasi 3D platforming sections are just really zoomed in. And there's 2 of them. They put in 2 of them. And now I'm going to have to wait for the fire to nearly hit me before I can get up here. This should be the end, though. Here we go. We should be... You deserve to be shot for that, buddy. That's what I was saying. We're nearing the end here. Thankfully, that platform is not moving. That skull is not hitting me in any way. And this is the end. There's like 3 sections in all. That was just the top of the first. Get a sip of tea here. And wait for this screen to load. Now here, we're on the rooftops of the castle. You'll be seeing some enemies that we've already seen before, as well as some new ones. Thankfully, you can look up and down here in case you need to. But I would watch out for the pits, because the pits here, they can be hard to spot and they can be very annoying. Had to go back a little bit, but that's alright. I now have 8 hearts. Once again, you want to be able to shoot stuff while you're in the air, or when you're going from one rooftop to another, because you never know what you might come into contact with. Like these aliens, for example. And these UFOs. Ow. Now, these UFOs just move all around some of these chimneys, and they cannot be destroyed, even though your firepower can hit them. They are virtually indestructible. Also, if you duck in one of the... on one of the chimneys, you will be able to go down it and get an extra life. The problem is, you're going to be stuck in the first section again. So it pays not to press down on any of the chimneys. I forget which one it is that does that. If I can remember it, I'll tell you which one it is, but I'm not going to show you. Because I've dealt with that infernal, in more ways than one I should add, first section long enough. And you want to drop down here, not just to avoid the skull, but also because there's ground there. And I'm keeping my health high. That's a good thing. Because it's not over yet after this part. We still have another section. I believe it's this one. If you duck down this one, you'll go back to an area where you can find an extra life. But again, it takes you back to the first section. Also, those dragons will spit fire if you're close enough. At least they take less hits than the aliens. There is a way to get up there, I believe. And I believe I found it. Now, if I can just... You know what? That wasn't the best way I wanted to do it, but it'll do. And I hate the fact that turning around is very, very hard. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use the alien. Never mind then. I can't get away from that stupid UFO in time. At least by staying in that corner there, I was able to keep from taking any more unnecessary damage. And when you see this wall full of brambles, that's the game's way of telling you, hey, you made it. We have one more section to go. But it's obviously the hardest of this level. And probably the hardest section to date. You want to go left first, because free heart. You're probably going to need it. Also, we saw a green guy up there. These guys are about as annoying as Castlevania flea men, because they move pretty fast, and they jump whenever they reach a ledge. You also have dragonflies that move up and down, you have the mushrooms, you have flying eyeballs that will slowly home in on you. Once again, you want to fire every time you jump from one platform to another. If you hear explosions, you hit something. And I stayed quiet there because, well, the music here is really good. Like I said, some of the music here isn't bad. This has some of the better music, believe it or not. I mean, it loops pretty frequently, but it is good. Does it really have a calming effect on me whenever I play through this level? No. Not really. Because if you really mess up on either your jumps or your momentum or both, it's very, very frustrating. And I'm glad I got rid of him. So apparently we're on some windowsills here. You are a jerk. You deserve to be exploded. Can I hit you? Yes, I can. So we got quite a lot of platforming in this area. Thankfully, there is a platform down here, which is a good thing to know, because you cannot look up or down in this section either, which is also irritating. Thankfully, this is the last section for level 3, but at the same time, the game's not getting any easier. I would have been so frustrated. Let's get over here. Touch that. If I die at this point, I want to know that I made that much progress and saved it. And we seem to be doing well on the health situation again. Whether I can do well on the killing thing situation is another matter entirely. Well, I killed him. And it's a good thing I stopped to aim. Hey, we made it! All we have to do is just get up there and we're done. Now it's time to face the second boss of the game, the dragon. Thankfully, this boss is a little easier than the spider. Did I say a little easier? Much easier. Especially when you have as much health as I do. You basically want to just jump around, try not to get hit with by any fireballs, and just press the square button when you're in front of the dragon. If you see the dragon exploding, that means you hit it. And you want to stay on the move and never hang around the same area for very long. That way you can kind of minimize how much damage you take as you're doing this. And I seem to be, well, I was doing like pretty flawlessly until that point. Getting some good shots in. Good. Yeah, just move around a lot. Try not to get hit by any fireballs. Be sure to come in here with plenty of health if you need to. There's not a lot of platforms here, but as long as you keep moving, even that shouldn't be so much of a problem. And be sure to hold X before you hit the cobweb. Every time you jump on it, that way you can jump higher. Though you may want to jump lower to avoid some fireballs. You never know. How much damage does this guy take? Okay, there he goes. If he falls down like that, he's dead. And we have our second ingredient, an Everbloom flower. We also get our third password, Polynesia 7. Might as well go ahead and keep that there just so you can write it down if you need to. And let's go back to the castle. It doesn't seem like there's any place we can go. So we're going to have to explore the castle here to see what we can do. And... oh. Well, that box wasn't there before. Neither with that arrow. We're going to go up that crate, up that barrel, onto that shelf, and onto the 4th level in the next video. So join me next time where I take on level 4 of Cheesy. So until then, this is PrinceWatercress. Take care, stay safe, and thanks for watching!